So, should I talk about work? I mean, it's really hard not to, given that it's the thing that I was just doing for hours. So I guess I might. I don't know. We had this dude. This dude came in, and is somebody who's been there before, but nobody liked him. Nobody liked him. I don't know. As you can see, this isn't my first time playing today. My first time playing today was when I played a half hour ago, so that I could tell you that it wasn't my first time playing today when I made the video. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I'm taking a break from the event. I'm probably gonna get back and do other ones, and I mean, it's a good reward, but I have an excuse. I've been scorned, and I want to play a different game. For now, also with work and whatnot, I need to establish a better situation. Focus a bit more on that before I can start, you know, just goofing off. As soon as I'm good at my job, then I can just fuck around and play on my phone all day. But that's not the case yet. If you were to ask the dude who I mentioned before, who had worked there before and then left and then worked somewhere else and then left that and now he's back here, and he nobody likes him. Nobody likes him because he's trying to tell everybody to do shit differently. But it's, I don't know, it's this phrasing and all of these dumb suggestions that he gives are like completely opposite to what we were taught. So it's really fucking ridiculous. And like I was not the only person to dislike him. Two other people actually, told me that they didn't like him. There was like one dude who was probably cool with him, but he didn't talk to him that much. They joked around in the car a lot, so that's probably why they thought they were cool. But I was not cool with him, and neither were the two other people on the group. So it's just like, I don't know. I kind of let one of the guys know, because I had like indirectly, because I asked him like about one of the specific things where this guy was trying to tell me I was doing it wrong, and I was trying to, like, I asked one of my superiors, like, which was the proper way, and he said it was the way that they taught him, and so I thought, you better tell that guy. It's like, because that guy is trying to tell us that we're wrong, even though we're trying to do the thing that we were taught. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not fucking perfect at the job, but this guy is an asshole, and he doesn't like that I knock twice. Like, two knocks. Two swift, powerful knocks. Loud enough to, get anybody's attention. But he's just like, you gotta knock more. And I'm like, no, I don't. Too swift, because it's concise, it's persistent, and it's unique, too. Because nobody knocks twice. Not only cool people knock twice. He says it's like a pussy thing, and I'm like, it's not really a pussy thing when you're knocking as loud as I am. Because, I fucking knock. I just knock twice. And the reason for that, of course, is because I watched fucking House of Cards. Once you've seen House of Cards, it's hard to not knock twice. Okay, you'll get the idea if you watch the show, like, because the main character does that, and it's like extremely like, there's this moment. I don't know if I should spoil that, but I don't really want to spoil it. But he does it at the end of one of the seasons, and it's like extremely powerful, right then and there. You're like, yes, because it's just like, I don't know. I think his explanation was his father told him success is luck and strength, I guess, or luck and something else. And he said knocking twice, or like knocking on wood, because he always knocks on wood when he leaves. When he leaves the room, he always knocks on wood twice, 2 hard knocks on wood. And what he's doing is he's building the strength in his fist, and he's knocking on wood for the luck thing. So he's getting the luck and the strength completely covered. So I'm just like, I mean, I mean, I don't do that all the time. Sometimes I do. Like, I've started doing that when I leave. It's not as much when I leave, but now if I'm going to a door and I'm knocking, I'm gonna knock twice, and I'm not gonna knock hard, and I'm gonna knock twice, and that's just, there's no stopping me from that now. After you see that show, it's just like, how are you ever doing anything else but knocking twice? It's so powerful, because it's like, you know, you knock a bunch, you're trying to get their attention, but you knock twice, and it's just like, you're different, and you're, I don't know, I think it just sends a completely different message to where it's like, who is this guy knocking twice? And it's knocking loudly too. If you just knock, tap twice, and it doesn't work. It's the powerful knock, but it's twice. It's like, I know you're gonna hear me with two. I know I just got your attention. You're gonna come to the door because I knocked. I'm not gonna slam on this door until you come out. I'm gonna knock twice, assert my presence as quickly as I need to, and that's all I'm gonna need to do. Knocking twice. And I do. People do come to the door from 2 knocks because I knock loudly because they hear me, but the dude is always like, no, you gotta knock more than twice. You can't do that. And I'm like, fuck you. Who are you to tell me that I'm knocking incorrectly? No. Obviously I didn't say that to his face, but I got on his nerves a little bit because I would never not knock twice. It's just like, except like he would make me like go through rehearsing with, you know, just walking. He's like, all right, pitch me. And he's like, knock on the door, and you know, I knock twice, and he's just like, no, you gotta knock more. So I'm like, knock, just like fuck with him like 3 times, and he's like, okay, you get it. I'm an asshole or something. Like, and then there was another moment. There was a fucking this fucking guy, right? So when we go out and we're knocking on doors, you know, you get like you split off into teams, and they each get one side, right side or left side, and we like to do courts. A court is like a dead end kind of thing where it curves around at the end. There's just houses that curve around. You might have seen a few. Might even lived in a few. That's gonna kill. Damn it. And we were going down one of these, and me and somebody else are on one side, and him and somebody else are on the other side, and they're going a little bit slower than us, and we're just going along, and we're getting the right side, and then we start to like curve around, and I see like, cause you know we're skipping around, you know, hopscotching or whatever, and so I go and I like, cause we've completed the curve completely, right? I should not have said completed twice, but we've done the whole curve around. And I'm on the other side now, and he looks at, like, he points at me, he's like, stay on your side, and I point over, and I'm like, all of those houses are done, and he's like, stay on your side, and I'm like, do you want to do this quickly? And he just, like, obviously he got the message, but still, like, I think he said, don't be that guy. I was just like, shut the hell up. Like, I didn't tell him directly to shut the hell up, but I mean, I wanted to. But he was, of course, about to knock on somebody's door, and so was I, so I wasn't gonna have a yelling fight across somebody else's fucking yard. But it was dumb as shit, because what he would have me do is stand in the middle of the road while I wait for him to be at somebody else's door so that he can walk to the next one that he's supposed to. Like, what the fuck is that? No, we're being, like, speedy here with that. You don't want to fucking wait for somebody to finish, and that's not even the only time he had us wait, right? One time he had us wait, just like he told us to wait at the intersections, and just like we just like, okay, I guess, you know, we'll just sit here and fucking jack off while you take your fucking time or something. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do while we're just sitting here at this intersection instead of working? Like, what the hell is wrong with this fucking idiot? So, I don't like the guy, if I didn't emphasize that enough. And there aren't that many people where I just, like, don't like him, but I did not like this guy. And I kind of knew that was gonna kill, but fucking whatever. That was almost, like, really, really good, point-wise, though. I don't like the guy. Hopefully somebody confronts me to elaborate on what I brought up yesterday so that I can more explain why this guy is terrible and needs to stop being an asshole. Like, I don't even know if he realizes it, too. He's just, like, trying to help, but nobody likes him. Nobody likes him, so... I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm just never in his group ever. The other people that I've worked with, I'm, like, completely fine with. I love everybody. I mean, it's a little annoying when people are smoking in the car, but fuck it, whatever. I'm kind of used to it, and they aren't blowing it in my face, so I'm not going to freak out on somebody for something simple like that. Actually happens quite a lot, and it's a little annoying, but I'm not going to be a pussy, right? No, I'm used to people smoking. I probably won't be a smoker, but I don't know. Whatever. Fucking... Goodness gracious me. I don't know. This job is very strange. It's very strange. It's very fun, I guess, kind of. Not really, but interesting. Interesting enough. I had I knocked on somebody's door, as I'm supposed to do, and they came out. Somebody came out from like the side door actually, and he immediately said, "We don't believe in that. We're atheists." And then walked right back into where he came and gave me no chance to actually explain why I was there. Just completely assuming that I was some sort of fucking Jehovah's Witness or whatever. It's just like, okay. I mean, I guess maybe it was my shirt, but I don't know. I'm wearing jeans. How am I supposed to be a crazy, super religious guy if I'm wearing jeans? No insult to religious people. No insult to Jehovah's Witnesses. I literally know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses. I've never had an encounter with any of the type. So whatever. I know there's like the fucking there's the Mormon the Book of Mormon the musical. I know like 2 of the songs from that. It's a lot of fun because Mike showed me that. Shout out to Mike! I'm always gonna have to fit Mike in now. Mike needs to be mentioned every episode. Mike is like a character now. Mike is a character of the show, and I need to mention him every episode, or it will be... You weren't expecting that, were you? Throwing a little bit of Mike there, yeah. Mike likes that one, and he showed me like one of the songs, and I was like, this is actually kind of catchy. I had no idea what to expect with this. I like this. Of course, I've never seen it live because I don't really go to like New York or whatever. New York is where you're gonna see a lot of the Broadway shows, because isn't Broadway in New York, or is Broadway just a general description of high level plays or whatever. High level plays. It sounds like fucking football or something. I don't know. No, I don't. I've never been to a professional. No, I actually have been to a professional play that my sister was in, like once. But every like musical or play that I've been in, usually not like the like high-end actors or anything like that. But I don't know. Like the one my sister did was very good. They had a lot of good people in that. See, 2 of my sisters were in that. One of them was Dorothy, and one of them was a monkey. And we will never forget that, and we will always call her a monkey. I mean, it's not that often, but we do mention it. And also because there's a monkey in her car, which she didn't put there, but it's hers now. There's a little like it used to be. She now drives. This is my youngest sister. I've mentioned, like, if I ever mention a sister, I'm mentioning this one, because she's the one that I talk to the most, because she's the one that still lives with my father, and she's the one that I'm close with. I'm not really close with any of my other sisters, although I should be, but I don't know, I'm a terrible person. So yeah, this sister. I should just, like, say their names, but I don't know, I'm not gonna. This sister, youngest sister, older than me, she took my dad's car, but while we still had the car, it was like me and dad went to might have been 4th of July or something, but we used to always go to a friend of his house for parties for like 4th of July and stuff like that. And one time they just like gave out little toy monkeys, and they had little curly tails, so I was just like, Let's use this little curly tail, and we'll hang him on the mirror, and he hasn't moved since for like 4 years or something, and so we call the car the monkey when we're looking for it. Because if we're going to I think I call the car the monkey, and he says the monkey, referring to her, because whenever we go to where she works at Noodles and Company. So whenever we go there, we're not sure if she's working or not. We're like, hey, there's the monkey, because we see her car, and like sometimes it's her, sometimes it's the thing. Like that's kind of how that restarted, because I was looking for the thing hanging in the window, and when I said there's the monkey, he was like, oh yeah, she played a monkey once, and like, 'cause that's what he thought I meant. So I don't know. She was like, well, flying monkey, but still, whatever. I've seen Wizard of Oz performed live at least 5 times. Been in it like once, I think. Because I played, I'm not sure. I might have done one of the Munchkins at one point. Like when I was very, very young, we went to a theater all the time and participated in the plays and stuff, but I was kind of too young to do anything big. I just did the minor roles and ran around with the other children. But I remember playing animals during Cinderella, because they just had a troop animal, because there was a bunch of kids as well, so they just had like the little animals running around during the scene where they make the pumpkin into the carriage. Spoilers for anyone who has never seen Cinderella, which is technically possible but very unlikely. So I was an animal for that, and I also remember I was in Seussical, and I played the elephant bird. They had a thing that was a combination of an elephant and a bird, and I played that, and I remember the nose being very itchy, and that is the only thing I remember from that experience. Except that I guess it was probably enjoyable, except for the nose thing. I don't know. There's a lot of people, and there are actually people in this world that will recognize me as the elephant bird, because like how little I see them, and like that's the last memorable thing that I've ever done. Like if I go, I don't remember what place it was, but like maybe a year ago I went to this grocery store where my mother knew somebody there, and like she was talking to her, and she was like, oh, isn't that the elephant bird? And I was like, holy shit. Yes, I am the elephant bird. I am about 4 times bigger than I was before, but yes, I am the elephant bird. Seussical is very fun, though. I just remember that being a whole lot of ridiculousness and just fun, and I really want to see that again at some point. Like, if I'm ever, out in town, living life, I would 100% try to find out if anybody's playing Seussical anywhere. Because if I can fucking travel, then I would travel for Seussical. I would totally travel for Seussical, because it would be nostalgic as well as just a good story. Seussical is a musical based on a whole bunch of Dr. Seuss books. So I mean, Dr. Seuss books are fantastic. So if you're gonna mash them all up and have your elephants and your birds and stuff, like I barely remember the story, and that's how fun it would be, just remembering even what happens in this thing. Maybe there's some sort of musical or TV adaptation, but probably not. I don't know. I would also like to see Into the Woods performed live, because I've seen it, or I've known a couple people who have seen it live, and it's like a fantastic play. And I've seen the movie, and the movie's very good, but there's like a bunch of songs that are out of it and stuff. And maybe Hamilton, I guess, if they're still playing that when I'm much older. I would have to be much, much older and much, much richer. That's your job, though. Give me money. No, fuck it, whatever. I don't even fucking think my Patreon works. There's a link to it in the outro, but I don't know. I gotta tell Dave to get those on, to get links for those, like, actually, he might just be listening. Hi, Dave. I gotta put links, no, get them, like, following links or whatever. so that we can know if anybody's even looking at that, which they probably aren't. It's very unlikely. But hey, whatever. I have had one person desire to give me money, and that has given me full fucking, like, what am I saying? Like, full range to just ask for it now. just like, ever since that first one, I don't even care how shameless I am now, because I know it's a possibility. Like, so, you know. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know, I don't care that much. Now I have a job, and I am fucking, like, I'm set, you know? Like, I mean, I'm not rich, but I'm also, like, not poor. Like, my family isn't poor, at least, so I'm living very comfortably, and I don't need your money. Right now, I don't need your money. I would very greatly appreciate it. It would help with a lot of things, like getting a better computer and shit like that, but fucking whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about computers anyway, so what the hell would I know to buy a better computer? I guess just I'll try to buy the most expensive one I can find and roll with that. She's not awakened. 88! Oh no, she was doing more. Well, now they're both doing terrible because of the whole, the fact that they're dying. Still reading Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. That's kind of the thing that's taking up my time. I've been wanting to finish off my rewatching of Valkyrie Drive, because it's, you know, one of my favorite shows, and like, as soon as I started rewatching it, I watched 4 episodes, and the next day I was like 4 more episodes, and now I'm just fucking tired. I haven't watched an anime in a really long time. Like, I kind of have time in the mornings, but that's about it, and I use those to read Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, because I really like Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. So it's just fucking, who does more? She is Passion Against Cool, so I'm going to assume she does more. That might not be the case. I have no idea how powerful Hyper Alchemist is. Actually, I really don't have a general range of how powerful most of them are. I just know that 2 of them are super rares, and the rest are ultra rares. Well, no, because we have a high super rare, and a giga super rare, and then a high ultra rare, and then 2 giga ultra rare. So, assumably, these 2 would do more than the rest of them. And she would do more than her, and she would do more than the 2 of the super rare ones. So, but then there's also, you know, the opposite attribute thing. I don't know. I know they're called elements, but I've always thought they were called attribute. Like, for a really long time, I thought it was actually called attributes. Because I got this little thing in my head where I'm like, opposite attribute. Because it just rolled off the tongue. It just rolled off the tongue. It was this little phrase that I had come up with to describe that, some of the girls, like, how they had the whole thing, and the whole term became opposite attributes. And then for a really long time, I thought the real term was attribute, because I had used this little opposite attribute thing for a really long time, but it's not. It's element. It's element. But I don't know. Maybe I got attribute from somewhere else or something. But well, it's a 25-minute video. Shout out to everybody. I don't know. Shout out to that dude I mentioned yesterday. I already forgot the name of again, for making a kick for me. I made a kick for him too. Now there's actually a kick called Zeke Dilligan. Like, for the longest time, I've advertised the kick chat hashtag Zeke Dilligan, but nobody has hashtags anymore. And I have yet to make... Well, no, I've made it today. Today, but before today, there never was one, but there's actually an account that is Zeke Dilligan. The username is Zeke Dilligan. Right now, that exists now. So if you do have a kick, you can just type in Zeke Dilligan to get to me. Because, I don't know, I probably won't use that account that often. That's like, I'm calling that the work account, even though this isn't really work. But, I don't know, it's kind of work sometimes. I'm technically making money. I'm making very, very, very little money, but I'm making money, so it's kind of work. So that's the work. If you wanna contact me, there is actually a kick called Zeke Dilligaf now. There's an account with the username Zeke Dilligaf, spelled exactly as it is on the YouTube. And there's still a chat, but nobody's fucking used it, so it doesn't matter. If you have hashtags, then you can join it. If you want to join it, you can ask and I'll add you to it, but it really doesn't matter. But hey, now you go to Zeke Dilligaf. I don't fucking remember what the picture is, but it's not like there's going to be anybody else with the username Zeke Dilligaf. So, yeah. I was thinking of making it Zeke D. Like, I have a couple other things that are Zeke D for simplicity, but just Zeke Dilligaf. So, alright, cool. Take care of yourself. I love you. Bye.